exactly what you said, except and also 12 hours in, I break my sobriety. I start pounding vodka cranberries. I find a really nice guy from an undisclosed Eastern European country. He's got blowsy. We start ripping bumps. I'm going out of my mind. You're like, I quit the podcast. I'm like, I won't let you quit. And then we go to Deja Vu, which is a gentleman's club.
Excuse me.
I move in there. Because Paige leaves me.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine. It's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys. We're just so good guys. Whoa.
Mazel to yours and mazel to mine. Ben, how you doing?
I'm great, Josh. I'm excellent. We're both wearing just different shades of green. I'm feeling very green. I'm wearing my green glasses because I'm still out of contacts, but I think that my prescription was actually delivered today. So my next time that we record, I'll be back to contacts. I have green eyes. I'm feeling very green.
This isn't a world in which you should be waiting on contacts for over 2 weeks. This frustrates me for you, Ben. It frustrates me.
Especially because they were originally delivered to the wrong address. They then corrected it, and then I got back tracking, and they're like 5 to 7 business days. I'm like, what are you, nuts? Like, I need to see. What if I didn't have these glasses, Josh? What would they have done then?
Do we have a sponsorship? I'm talking Lens Crafters. I'm talking 1-800-CONTACTS.
We don't. I actually get my contacts through Warby Parker. How crazy is that? I get them through them. I got my eye exam there. I got my lenses. I got my contacts. I got everything all in one place. And now when I press reorder, I do it through Warby Parker. They're probably charging me an upcharge. I should just be going straight to 1-800-CONTACTS or to Costco.
God.
That's apparently where you get your contacts.
On my 55th birthday, I'm getting a hearing test at Costco, whether they like it or not.
100%. They do everything there. Hearing aids. They do contacts. They do whole ham. They do 45 croissants for 25 cents a croissant. Costco is it, Josh. Costco's it.
Listen, you're preaching to the choir here. I've been pro Costco from Jump Street, and I just like, did you know the thing about Costco is they have strategically made it so that the high ticket items, all the electronics, the plasmas, the washing machines, boom, they're right at the entrance.
Immediately.
Then they put all the things that people are going to need: paper towel, rotisserie chickens for $1.35. I don't know how they do that. All the things that you want back of the store. So then you got to travel. You got to start looking. It's the best.
It's genius. They are absolutely genius. You can also sometimes walk in, Josh, and smack right in front of you a gold Audemars. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me that they can get gold Audemars? They can get gold Rolexes. You can't even go to the store and get it. But Costco has it.
They have gold bullion. They have gold bars. You can buy gold bars there. Can't return it.
Can you really?
It's one of the few things you can't return. Yeah, you can buy pure silver. You can buy uranium at Costco. I bought anthrax at Costco. Yeah, dude.
It's so good. I drove by a Costco yesterday. Josh, you know where I went yesterday?
Where?
You're going to be excited. I went to Woodbury Commons yesterday.
Hell yeah, outlets.
Woodbury Commons is the outlet of New York. Mm-hmm. We're talking everything from Dior to Todd's to Theory. I'm literally head to toe, Josh. You haven't commented on my gorgeous shirt yet, but I am wearing a gorgeous knit shirt, and I'm wearing new, beautiful khakis that don't really feel like khakis because they're that stretchy Theory that I love. I'm wearing head to toe Theory outlet, Josh. I killed it at the outlet yesterday. Is there a better feeling than killing it at the outlet?
No, there's no better feeling, but you do look like you work in tech. Like,
no, I do.
You do.
It's bad, so you hate it. So that's why you haven't commented. You hate it.
No, I don't at all. You look really handsome and svelte, but you look like you've dressed a little bit older than you are. Does that make sense?
Interesting. It does.
It's gentlemanly.
I'm old money. Today I'm old money.
Yes,
It's
your
probably the glasses. It's the whole thing.
Your
It's all of it.
Nantucket, your
It's
secret
it's too
society
much.
at Yale.
Do you feel better, Josh, if I tell you that I got it from 220 to 80?
Love. Perfect.
I got
Baruch
five
Hashem.
items at Theory. Sorry, I got 10 items at Theory, Josh, yesterday for $500.
Mm-hmm.
10 items.
That tracks.
Yesterday, I went to Todd's. I got 2 gorgeous pairs of loafers, which I'll send you. 2 gorgeous. 2 for $500.
That
These
sure
are normally
does track.
$600 a piece. Unbelievable. Claudia went to Prada, spent $6,000.
Oh my God.
She bought actually 8 bags at Prada yesterday. And she did well, but like they renamed the square after her. They were chanting her name as she left Prada.
That's a lot. The problem with the outlets is that you have to deal with the gremlins. And there are gremlins. There are sewer people that come
Yes.
out and they climb out of the sewers at your local outlet and they're on the hunt. Because you know they're all resellers. They're sick.
Yes, they're absolutely sick. And there are lines, Josh, for the premium stores, a
Right.
Louis Vuitton, a Gucci. You have to wait in line. And this line, like the people on that line, they're angry. They have a specific amount of time that they can spend on each store. They have a schedule. And if they don't get in store in time, they're not going to be able to hit all the stores that they wanted to before it closes. Outlets are a dangerous game. Dangerous.
In LA, we have right on the outskirts of Los Angeles in a beautiful little enclave called Cabazon. We've got the Cabazon outlets and we have a little place called Morongo Indian Casino. And let me tell you, it can make for quite the weekend. It is gorgeous. 18 and over casino. So you can really get after it at a young age, develop a really horrible habit. And then you hit the outlets with all the money you lost.
It's hysterical. What a pairing. Honestly, the problem with having a casino so close to the outlet is even if you lost, you're there, it's a deal. So you dig yourself in an even bigger hole. You lost $10,000 at the casino, $10,000 at the outlets. Wow.
Tell
That's
me
amazing.
your dream 48 hours in Vegas.
Okay. Wow, I love this question. First of all, we are taking a 12 o'clock flight. Okay? We're getting there at 3. I slept the night before.
Perfect.
I'm energized. I'm arriving. Not too late, not too early. It's perfect. We're going. We're checking in. I'm getting a gorgeous meal. I don't know where I'm going necessarily. I could go to a Peter Luger's, which they have now. I could go to Carbone, which they have now. But I'm going for a nice festive meal. Then I'm hitting the tables. Okay? We're hitting the tables. We're winning. Let's say this is a perfect night. We're winning $10,000. We're taking that $10,000, Josh, and we're going to Excess. Unbelievable club. We're getting a $10,000 table at Alesso. Me and you, baby. No drugs, no nothing, just high on life.
And
We're-
Red Bull.
We're fist pumping. We're fist pumping. We're fist pumping. We're ready. We're singing, calling. They have a good guy sign. They're up and down. Me and you.
There's
we're
girls
there.
with
We're partying.
sparklers.
Yeah, we're there. We're there. They're partying, okay? We're partying. Then, Josh, we leave. We go back to the casino. We're there. We're smoking a ton of cigarettes.
Yeah.
We probably lose $5,000, but we wanted to lose it. We wanted to feel something.
We lost
okay?
$5,000 and I still tipped the croupier. I said,
Yes,
this
we're-
one's for you.
We're thrilled about it. We wake up in the morning. We're dying for something, right? You'd go for an egg and cheese, but you're in Vegas, Josh. We can go to Sadel's. We're going to Sadel's in the morning. We're then going back to the tables. We're going to try and win back some money that we lost the night before. Hopefully we do it. Even if we don't, we're still getting a table at Marquee Day Club. Me and you, we're going in there. We're doing it again, except now it's outdoors. We're seeing Tiesto. We still have the bottles. They still have the good guy signs. We're going crazy. And then we hop on a red eye and we go home.
And at the day party, I got a snorkel on and a mask. I'm swimming through the water, looking at everybody's behind. Sorry, that was
Scuba
just in my
Steve.
head.
That's my perfect day, Josh. You tell me, what is your perfect rendezvous down to Vegas?
Exactly what you said, except and also 12 hours in, I break my sobriety. I start pounding vodka cranberries. I find a really nice guy from an undisclosed Eastern European country. He's got blowsy. We start ripping bumps. I'm going out of my mind. You're like, I quit the podcast. I'm like, I won't let you quit. And then we go to Deja Vu, which is a gentleman's club.
Excuse me.
I move in there because Paige leaves me.
And I'm now a resident.
Yes. I buy their
God, do we need
package.
Vegas? We need Vegas. Holy crap.
You know my favorite Deja Vu, or not my favorite Deja Vu story, right?
I don't think so. Tell me.
I was 21. No, was I even 21? No, I was 20 years old with a friend who had some money at Deja Vu nightclub. And there's three of us there. I'm with the friend with the money. The friend with the money disappears. I'm 20 years old. I'm not sober yet, but I'm still Josh. So when people come by and say, would you like a dance, honey? I go, I'm just looking. Thank you. So I'm over to the side, like wondering if my ancestors are proud of me, like just in a dark space. And I will never forget. It's like, I don't know. We've been there now an hour and a half, 2 hours. And a girl comes out and says, hey, get your buddy out of here. And I was like, huh? My friend with money had dropped $7,500 in the private dance room. And some sweet Mother Teresa dancer was like, listen, you guys are young kids and your friend is clearly in over his head. I would suggest you get him out of here before he loses all his money. And
Wow.
I did.
What a queen. And now you're married to her. It's Paige.
You know what? Paige had really humble beginnings, and look how far she's gotten.
Look
Paige
at her
was the
now.
original Lenora.
Look at her now. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Fabric. Folks, we love kids here at the Good Guys, okay? Not like that. What are you, nuts? We love our own kids. We love our own kids. Josh has 2 kids. I am expecting a baby boy. BH. He's coming. And folks, I gotta tell you, we gotta start planning for the future. I know you think the future is so far away. It's not. It's here. We're old, and we need life insurance. Whether it's Fabric or not, we need life insurance. Some decisions can wait, but some need immediate action, like getting life insurance. Fabric by Gerber Life is a simple, proactive way for parents to help protect their families so they can have more financial security in case something unexpected happens to you, okay? Care for them by caring for you. We think we're doing all the right things to plan for our family's future. Savings accounts, cutting back on spending, college funds, you name it. But what if the unexpected happens and you're no longer in the picture? A term life insurance policy could give your family more financial protection, and Fabric by Gerber Life can help with that. If you're a parent, you know it's tempting to put your kids' financial needs ahead of your own. Maybe giving them things you didn't have growing up or putting money into savings accounts for them. But an often overlooked act of generosity is simply making sure they're protected in case something truly unexpected happens and you're not there to provide for them anymore. That's where Fabric by Gerber Life and term life insurance policy for you comes in. Fabric by Gerber Life is a term life insurance you can get done today, made for busy parents like you, all online and on your schedule. You could be covered in under 10 minutes with no health exam required. They have over 1,900 5-star reviews on Trustpilot with a rating of excellent. I'm telling you folks, you gotta check them out. Join the thousands of parents who trust Fabric to help protect their families. Apply today in just minutes at meetfabric.com/goodguys. That's meetfabric.com/goodguys. meetfabric.com/goodguys. Policies issued by Western Southern Alliance Assurance Company, not available in certain states. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. Folks, I love Booking.com because I love going on vacation. Who doesn't? If you don't love going on vacation, what are you, nuts? That doesn't even make any sense. What are you, a serial killer? I digress. Booking.com is it because it has something for absolutely everyone. I'm telling you, we got a huge variety over there of hotels to vacation homes, and I know that I can find exactly what I'm looking for, which means you can find exactly what you're looking for. And everywhere in the United States, I know that they will have something for me in in every single state. Folks, if you want to come to New York in the middle of the summer, that's totally your prerogative. I wouldn't recommend it because it's so damn hot. But maybe you're coming, you want to check out a Broadway show. You're going to look for a beautiful hotel in Times Square, and you're going to find it right here on Booking.com. Or if you're smart, perhaps maybe you want to go to Nantucket. Maybe you want to stay in a little bed and breakfast, then go and take out your sailboat, okay? How rich are you, okay? How rich are you? It doesn't matter. I shouldn't be digging into your finances. You can find it on Booking.com. It is absolutely fantastic. Or maybe you want to take a vacation to the mountains, or maybe go ride horses. It doesn't matter. Booking.com has everything, so you got to head over to Booking.com to check out their selection before booking your next vacation. Folks, no matter who you are, okay? No matter who you are, Booking.com helps you find the stay that's ridiculously right for you. Find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com. Booking.yeah. What does Paige think of a strip club?
I don't think she's ever been, but I think she would get a kick out of it. She had a bachelorette party for her in Vegas with all her friends and family and cousins, and she said they didn't get a stripper, but I find that hard to believe. But she was the one who wilded out. But I don't know. I think she would do great at a strip club. I think she would think it's hilarious.
She hasn't been in quite some time. Back in the day, Claudia loved a strip club.
Yeah, you said that.
She just found it like an arcade. Like there's just something so like mesmerizing about the entire experience. She loved it. I think that now, as an expecting mother, she might like it less. It might be sad. Now when you see like the woman 8 months pregnant on the pole, you're a little bit more upset at the situation than just like giving her. I have. Honestly, it's not a story, but I've seen a pregnant stripper before. You can't unload money faster than on a pregnant stripper.
Wow,
what
an angle.
You're just dumping money because you know it's going to the right place. Right. It has to. Yes. You're dumping money. You're not giving ones. You're giving 50s because you're just hoping and praying that you're giving that little guy or girl a better life.
Yeah, look, if I see a C-section scar, I'm going from 5s to 10s.
Yeah, have to. You must.
Cut that out. Oh, my God. That is...
what an angle.
I've heard that the greatest strip clubs are in Atlanta and that they have good food. But like Magic City, I think that's the name of it. I think like I've heard rappers rap about Magic City, but supposedly Atlanta, they are beyond...
I mean, the greatest strip club that I've ever been to is 11. Have you been to 11?
No.
11 in Miami is the 24-hour strip club. This is like you go out for a night at Live or somewhere, and then you go to 11. Everybody goes to 11. Did you see, I sent you the video, did you see Eric Adams on...
Oh, 11, yeah.
On Andrew Santino, Andrew Schultz's podcast?
Uh-huh.
So that's the strip club that he says we need to build in New York. Is he nuts? Is he nuts?
He got... Listen, he got his charges dropped. He don't give a fuck.
For anybody who hasn't watched Eric Adams on Andrew Schultz, at a minimum, Google the clips. Your jaw is going to drop. These are real. Andrew Schultz asks... What does he ask him? He says, where are the hottest girls in the tri-state area? And Adam says something like, I love all the shorties. Like, and then without anybody pushing further, he just says, you know what we really need in New York? An 11.
That's awesome. What if he was like, you know what we really need in New York? A Moonlight Bunny Ranch.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past him. He's nuts. I had no clue he was so nuts.
And
I knew he was a little nuts. He's nuts.
Here we are. New York's getting safer. It's getting brighter. It's getting better. Maybe you're Team Adams.
By the way, if it's Team Adams and Team de Blasio, I'm giving him the money to open 11.
Right.
Like anybody but Bill. Anybody but the criminal. I'm all in on Adams. I'm good. I don't know who's now running. I know other people are running. This city is tough. And you're right. Crime has been down. The streets are better. New York is flourishing under Adams because all shorties should be treated.
Yes. Now that's a slogan.
All shorties are great, regardless of who they are and what they look like.
Yes. Liberate the shouties.
I can't even say shouties. Like, how do I say shouties? Shorties? Shouties.
What's up, shouty? It's good, shouty. That's some real deep South shit. That's like some real Southern rapper. Like, I'm out here with my shouting. I'm gonna get me a motherfucking conch fritter, and I'm out here with my shouting. You know, that's how we do it in motherfucking Tampa. Like, do I love me a Southern rapper? You have no idea. Do I have a soft spot for Southern rap?
One
So
of your
good.
better
Trick
impressions
Daddy.
is Southern rapper. I didn't know. One of your better impressions.
Oh, I'll go full
is
Trick
Southern-
Daddy. So good. I should have been a Southern rapper in my day.
Yeah.
In my day. Or like Paul Wall.
Paul Wall.
Grills.
Paul Wall. Paul Wall.
Paul Wall shouting.
We got to get Eric Adams and Karen Bass in the ring. Just have them go at it. Just what would you pay to watch one quick punch to the jaw? Either way, I'd love to see somebody get knocked out. Fine, I'm rooting for Adams.
I do want to quote the great Ian Edwards. I don't want to give away his bit, but he's a brilliant comedian, and he has such a funny bit about Karen Bass and the fires. And he did say one little piece I'll give away is he goes, didn't we run the world by Zoom in 2020? He's like, she was in Ghana, but she ain't a firefighter. Couldn't she just be like, put it out? What's he gonna
Totally. Totally.
say? So good. It's a
So
brilliant
good.
bit. It's much longer than that. I don't want to give it away, but he's so funny.
How is, as a person on the ground, how has LA recovered since the fires? I haven't heard much. Are we rebuilding? Are people feeling better?
I would imagine if these tariffs stay, it's going to get a lot harder because concrete's going to be expensive. We're not going to
Yes.
get all that Chinese steel we were hoping for. But I'll tell you this, I can't go near it. I won't drive up to Malibu or the Palisades. Not that I'm there a lot, but I think it would be too painful to see. I've heard the National Guard is still there because there's still like fear of looting and just, just wild, evil shit that people do when there's a terrible sort of tragic moment like that. But yeah, I mean, they're rebuilding. People are like either getting rid of their plots of land or they're trying to figure out a plan to rebuild.
Isn't it just crazy, though, how the world and media works, where all that we could talk about were these fires and the aftermath. And now we've moved on to something else. Like when
Right.
we're not there, like in New York, I don't think about the fires, but they were absolutely devastating not too long ago. But the news cycle goes on. It goes on. And then you're like, did anything ever get better? And we don't know.
Check back in.
We don't check back in, Josh. There's no feedback loop. We hear it on one side and we don't ever check back in on the other. It's not right.
What are we focusing on in the news right now? I mean, who cares about anything?
We're focusing on shouties.
Shouties.
That's what we're focusing on right now. It's shouties and tariffs. Tariffs on the shouties.
Yeah, I wish the tariffs were a little more shouty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a shouty tariff.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm saying Saudi.
I know, it sounds like Saudi. Oh my gosh.
So good.
So you had quite the weekend in Connecticut, I heard.
I did.
You're
did,
already
Josh.
dressing more waspy.
I did. No, this was theory. This was also Jay Shetty. I needed to dress up for him. He's so handsome. He's so handsome. How
what
could
was
I
he
not?
like in person? Is he a squeak or is he a tall king?
He's your height. No, he's a little shorter. than you.
Ew, I hate the way you just said that. I'm a fucking tall king. I'm like an inch shorter than you, you jerk. He's
By the
your
way,
height.
He's also significantly shorter than you. I would say that he's not a squeak. He's probably
5'10", 5'9"?
He's probably 5'9". He's probably
Perfect.
5'9".
Good. That means
He-
the universe is balanced. If he was
He
6'1", it wouldn't be fair.
No, he's 5'9", and when I tell you, the man dressed to perfection.
He looked it.
Perfection. He was wearing, you saw he had like a matching camel pant to a matching camel coat over his tucked in long sleeve. This man should be on the cover of Vogue. I've never seen anything like it. And I'm staring into his eyes and I'm like, I'm straight.
How did he smell?
I didn't get close enough.
I bet he smells like the inside of a drawer. You know,
I get- No. I don't know. What does that mean?
It seems like he smells like wood and pipe tobacco. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
wood. Yes. He smelled definitely
Yes,
mahogany. This man, Josh, was amazing. He was amazing. He was thoughtful. He was nice. He was charming. He was handsome. He was the total package. Total package. But yes, that's why I dressed up.
Did you dab? Did you hug?
We hugged twice. We hugged twice.
Of course he's a hugger.
No, I went in for the hugs.
Okay.
I went in. I said, come here, Bubby. Gave him a big kiss on the cheek. No, I'm kidding. Just gave him a big lick. Come here.
Come here.
Give Daddy some sugar, G. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Rylee Cru. Folks, Rylee Cru combine art and imagination to offer unique clothing for modern children and moms. Each collection features hand-drawn illustrations, that's right, paired with beautiful muted tones and timeless designs. Rylee Cru is more than just a clothing brand. It's a one-stop shop that caters to you and your children at every stage of life. Whether it's welcoming the newest member of your family, BH in Quincy, May, dressing your child in Rylee Cru for their first day of school, or celebrating special occasions in a Norley dress, they have an outfit for every occasion. Founded by a mom, of course, in 2014, Kelly and her team design all the pieces and illustrate all the art you see on the clothing. Their team of in-house designers create unique styles you can't find anywhere else. And this is a focus on modern baby basics, okay? Quincy May is your one-stop shop for baby and toddler essentials, featuring a collection of beautiful, organic baby basics in earthly solid colors and subtle prints. The perfect harmony of quality and style. Each Quincy May garment and accessory is made with 100% organic materials, is GOT certified, and ethically made. Norley is a children's occasion wear brand, supplying you with the most darling wedding and ceremony styles, tutus and matching mama and mini styles for special moments. And folks, Rylee Cru Collective's spring-summer lines have all launched, and they are perfect everyday essentials for your child's warm weather wardrobe. Folks, visit RyleeandCrew.com/goodguys and use code goodguys for 20% off your first order. That's RyleeandCrew.com/goodguys and use code FAMOUS for 20% off orders of first-time customers. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Caraway. Folks, spring is here, which means spring cleaning. You know, my wife, she's the sweeper of all sweepers, and in this case, I totally agree with her. Because, folks, it's time to swap out those pans for non-toxic pans. You're going to the grocery store spending $1 million on clean ingredients, right? But then you're putting them in some dirty old pan with a bunch of toxins? What are you, nuts? That doesn't make any sense. Care about your long-term health, okay? Also, how about we care about our long-term health while getting beautiful pans that are gorgeous, okay? Beautiful colors. And with Caraway, you can keep them organized and elevate your kitchen. They have these beautiful sets and these gorgeous colors that go perfectly into your cupboard. It's absolutely fantastic. I made eggs this morning in the Caraway non-toxic pan. Fantastic. You get a nice flip because they're non-stick. Non-stick, but non-toxic. You get a nice flip so you can have that wow moment. Perfect omelet every single time. Folks, quit the toxins, okay? 95% of home goods are made with toxic chemicals like PTFE or Teflon. We don't need that. And over 70% of fry pans sold in America contain Teflon. Not us, no more. And did you know that it only takes 2.5 minutes before a nonstick pan overheats and releases toxins? I know you're cooking your omelet for more than 2.5 minutes because you burn it. You burn it because you're a terrible chef before you get Caraway. So folks, spring into action with the healthy swap to Caraway. Our favorite cookware sets will save you $150 versus buying the items individually. Plus, if you visit carawayhome.com/guys10, you can take an additional 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners. So visit carawayhome.com/guys10 or use code guys10 at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. No, but, okay, Mayflower Inn, Josh. I'm only calling it out because this was the resort of resorts. Not $1 off, okay? But they treated us very nicely. They definitely knew that Claudia was pregnant. They knew it was my birthday. I was greeted with a little birthday cake in the room. It's in Connecticut. It's about a 2-hour drive from New York. And it's an old bed and breakfast. Mayflower Inn was built in like the 1800s. Auberge came, reclaimed it.
You know the Mitch Hedberg joke? Like, bed and breakfast is cool, but can I get a chair, lunch, dinner? Sorry.
I don't. It's funny.
Keep going. Sorry.
This place, Josh, unbelievable. You wake up in the morning, you go get breakfast. The butter made by hand. the jam made by hand, the bread made by hand. And this is just, the fruit was picked. Like, it's like they threw away every soft blueberry, only perfect blueberries, perfectly washed. Unbelievable. We spoke about it on the Jay Shetty podcast, but I'll go deeper again. I meditated, Josh. And I know what you're all thinking. You're nuts. It was great. I loved it. Will I do it again? I have no idea. I don't know where I would do it here. I don't know if I would trust anybody here. Like it felt like I was at a retreat and I could trust the guy across from me. The room felt very clean. I wasn't worried about closing my eyes and somebody stealing my cell phone or wallet. Like this, it was great. My guard was totally down. I loved it. And then I went into a massage, which was amazing. The food, though, all of this, Josh, this was amazing. We were so relaxed that on Sunday, we canceled our 2 massages for Sunday and said, we got to get the fuck out of here. We were we were relaxed. It's done. You can't be more relaxed. So we canceled our massages and we went straight to Woodbury. After Woodbury, we went to Yard House.
Yes.
And then we came home.
That's hot. I love that you were eating healthy spa food and then you just polluted your body with Yardbird.
Destroyed it. Destroyed. Wow. Unbelievable. Yard House is fucking sick.
Or Yard House. I said Yardbird. Yeah, Yard House is hot. Tell me everything. What was your order there?
Oh, you're going to laugh at me, but I actually they have this like connie salad rice, like not spicy tuna rice, but like they put like connie salad, which is like shredded fake crab, on like a fried piece of rice that I love there. I love it. So I got that. I got some fried cauliflower and like a nice sauce. We got a pizza. What did Claudia get? She loves their chicken lettuce wraps. She got a chicken lettuce wrap. But this was great. Oh, and on our way, we're so funny. Anchoring this spa retreat, on the way there, we ate a Cheesecake Factory.
The best. There's nothing better.
I walked in, Josh, where Claudia called me. I was parking the car. She's like, there are no tables for us, so I'm sitting at the bar. I go to the bar. She's sitting I didn't realize, there's a handicapped part of the bar. She's sitting at a low table at the bar. And
it's the best.
And we sat and we're there. And we asked the guy, we're like, is it okay that we sit here? He's like, yeah, I've only gotten 2 people in the last 14 years. We just have to have it. This was amazing. A low table at the bar. So you're sitting in a regular chair, but you have the TVs. You have the bartender. It made me want to be handicapped. It was unbelievable. What an experience.
You're closer than you think. No.
What do you mean made you wanna?
I just imagine someone rolling by. Like, I've only had it twice in 14 years, and all of a sudden you just see.
Yeah.
For all those listening, I am doing an incredible wheelchair pantomime right now.
He's crushing. And he's angry. He's angry and crushing. Claudia and I we were laughing so hard. We're like, does the bartender know that we're not in wheelchairs? Because he can't see our feet. Like, we were just sitting there and it's like, do you think I'm handicapped? And like, whatever. It was great. How was your weekend?
Average. A lot of kids. I had a discovery, and I feel bad saying this, but I felt it my entire life, and I'm just going to embrace it. I hate the weekend. It's weird, right?
No, it's not. That means that you don't look forward to 2 days. That means you probably have a more fulfilled life where it's not, oh, what did you do over the weekend? It's like, I had a great week. Like, I think that's actually better. Like, so many people live for the weekend. That's like a constant thing, especially like in our 20s where we're getting drunk and we're going out and we're having a good time. We're living for the weekend. And then during the week, we're going to work.
Baby, we're about to have me some fun.
Yeah. Cheers to the freaking weekend. Drink to that. Yeah, yeah. And like, if the fact that you can enjoy your weekday, that's great, Josh. Excellent.
I like the weekday because for me, a weekend would be good if it was one day. But granted, acknowledging my privilege acknowledgement. It's like a land acknowledgement. Acknowledging my privilege, but like privilege acknowledgement. Sorry. But I don't have a 9 to 5. So I am able to get done a lot of the things people say for the weekend because, with commutes and whatnot, they're busy 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day. They can't get it done. So they look forward to the weekend. But Yeah, I just like the structure of a weekend, right? Because of a weekday, because I'm up with my kids from like 6 to 9. And then Max goes to school. Shy, we have someone who comes in and helps with Shy for a couple hours during the day, so my wife can like get in a workout or see a friend or do all the stuff she does. I go to work, and then by 4 or 5, I'm home. The kids are home. We're like crushing family time till like 8 o'clock when the kids go to bed, and then it's like an hour or two to do whatever we want, or Paige and I hang out. Like I like that structure, and I could do that 99% of days.
I think that you'll love the weekend again when your kids are grown. I think that I hear this a similar thing from my brothers-in-law and from others with kids. Like the weekends when you have no help, the weekends when there's no school, the weekends when there is no Josh time. It's all family time, which is amazing, but it's not exactly the time off that people from a 9 to 5 who don't have kids get. It's not like your Saturdays and Sundays are free for you to do whatever you want. So I think it makes sense.
I also just like when the phone's ringing. Like I like when I'm
There's
needed.
action.
Yeah, like when there's just something to do. There's an email to write. There's like a thing. Whereas like when that last email comes in on Friday night, I'm like, I'm not going to see a red bubble for the next 39 hours. 47 hours.
Yeah.
On a couple red bubs.
Yeah. Well,
Red
you work
bub
for me. Work for me. We have red bubs on the weekends.
I'm sure. Should we get into some stories?
Yeah.
I think so.
What do we got?
Well, low sex drive, this diet boosted libido in mice so much that elderly ones had more kids. A lack of sexual desire is not necessarily perceived as problematic, but some people suffer from it. Fasting could potentially serve as a useful addition to existing treatment options. And for some dips into hypoactive sexual disorder, people affected by this condition experience a persistent lack of motivation or desire. However, there are medications available, and you can do fasting. And it seems like they're just saying fasting. I want to eat something. I'm starving.
Me
it's
too.
Just fasting. Fasting helps.
So eating nothing.
Ooh. And tryptophan, there's no way a turkey dinner is going to help you want to canoodle.
The opposite. I eat a turkey, I'm asleep.
It's done.
Okay.
Let's take a poll. What would be the worst food to eat before canoodling?
Oh my God. You know me, anything with bread. Anything like a big sandwich, I'm dead. Fried chicken or something like that, I'm dead. Anything like gluttonous, high like carbs and bread and a bowl of pasta, I'm destroyed. Like that's I can't do that. You?
I would say any kind of seafood jambalaya.
Oh, sorry. The worst would be a New England clam chowder.
Right. A gumbo.
Anything that'll really upset the bowels would be awful. But
Olivia?
Oh man.
Honestly, a giant plate, a massive serving of Skyline chili. Horrible. Very
yeah.
Shout
Midwest.
out Ohio.
Shout out.
Yeah, chili. Chili's a tough one. Chili's a tough one. Do you have equal, this is a sidebar, Josh. Do you have equal sexual motivations in both the morning and evening?
Yeah. I'm ready to go anytime, anywhere.
See, that's
I'm
interesting.
healthy.
I'm not. Then maybe I'm not. I'm ready to rock at night. Ready to rock
But
in the morning.
You're a night person, right? It seems.
Yeah, I am. I am a night person. I am a night person for sure. I start to really get my groove around 12. That's when I can really start firing. And then by the nighttime, I'm ready to pork my way through whatever. I'm ready.
Boy,
But
oh
in the
boy.
morning, everybody stopped listening. They're like, he used the word pork. He's gone.
I agree. I saw a TikTok the other day where it was a couple sitting at a restaurant, like excited to eat. And they're like, this is the look of two people who decided to hook up before dinner. Like,
Yes.
I couldn't agree more. I think
Me too.
almost always it should happen before, and then you can eat and like pass out and not feel gross.
Agreed. Yes. Yes. Sounds wonderful. A 6 p.m. canoodle sesh followed by a 7:30 p.m. dinner. It's actually too much time. 6 p.m. followed by 6:15.
Yes. Exactly. 6:08.
Yeah.
I will say, I think the one thing that I would suggest to married couples is like, to me, the best sex is unexpected sex when you're married, right? Is like to do it in bed and where you're comfortable is like amazing. And not saying you have to go like pull anything crazy or like, try to do it on your kitchen island, but it's just like what was once taken for granted, like a midday romp because you're dating someone and you're like, oh, like I just got to have you right now. Like to do that when you're married, I can't, it's like 5x return because it just makes you feel attractive. It makes you feel like that person wants to be with you.
Totally agreed. Totally agreed. Did you have sex before you came here, Josh? You had a bit of a glow.
Good one. You can ask it again when we're pregnant with our fourth.
Yeah. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Hero Bread. Folks, Hero Bread is it. Spring means summer's almost here, which means we're caring about our summer bodies. I know, Ben, it's vain. I know it's vain, but I care. I want to look nice and fit. As the father of a young baby, BH, I want to look like one of those fit dads. And the way I'm going to do that is by eating a bunch of Hero Bread. Well, you're thinking to yourself, Ben, what are you, nuts? You're going to eat bread and look great? Yeah, that's because Hero Bread is it. Breads, buns, bagels, tortillas, you name it. We're talking ultra low net carbs, 0 grams of sugar, and high in fiber. For bread. And let me tell you, they taste just like regular bread. The texture is that of regular bread. If you compare regular white bread and Hero Bread white bread, it's the same thing, except Hero Bread has ultra low net carbs, 0 grams of sugar, and high in fiber. Why wouldn't you make the switch, okay? Make the switch to something nutritious. And again, they have such product range. We're talking bagels, we're talking Hawaiian buns, we're talking sliced loaves, tortillas. What more could you need? You couldn't need anything else. Let me talk to you for a second about this bagel because it's so impressive. 4 grams of net carbs, 0 grams of sugar, and 19 grams of protein in a bagel. Are you kidding me? How unbelievable is that? And they taste so great. You would have no idea that they're ultra low net carbs. You would have no idea that they're high in fiber because the texture is it. There's no more compromising. So folks, Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order if you go to hero.co and use code GOODGUYS at checkout. That's hero.co. Use code GOODGUYS at checkout. hero.co for 10% off your next order. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Momentous. Folks, listen to me, okay? Listen to me. You know, we're the creatine boys, okay? Josh has been doing it for a while. I'm recently in. But let me tell you, folks, about Momentous, and specifically about the Momentous 3, okay? It's not just creatine. It's made up of protein, creatine, and omega-3s. And expert research shows most people don't get adequate amounts of any of these nutrients from diet alone, yet they form the critical foundation to long-term health and performance. What are you, nuts? You need the Momentous 3, and you got to take it daily because we need great routines. You know, I wake up in the morning, I have my greens, I have my Momentous 3, okay, and my body is thanking me for it. Every cellular function of the brain and body is supported by the Momentous 3. So I go through my day feeling absolutely fantastic. And folks, Momentous ensures every product in their range adheres to the Momentous standard. Rigorous testing backed by science and the highest quality ingredients. So no gums, fillers, artificial flavors, or sweeteners ever. They never compromise, so you don't have to either. I'm telling you folks, you got to try it. If you're ready to switch it up to a company who's doing it a little bit differently and putting you first, head to livemomentous.com and use code GOODGUYS for 35% off your first subscription. That's code GOODGUYS at LIVEMOMENTOUS.com for 35% off your first subscription.
Well, young French women are having tons of sex. Shock survey reveals how many men Gen Z ladies have betted. Ooh la la. Zoomers across the West are having far less sex than other generations did when they were young. But Gen Z women in France are bucking the no bonking trend. A new New York Post really crushes it. A new survey of 10,000 French nationals conducted by the country's National Institute for Demographic Studies found that a sizable number of young females are experimenting with multiple partners. According to the data, 29% of surveyed women between the ages of 25 and 29 have hooked up with at least 10 different people.
Wow. That sounds like a strong number.
At
Right?
least 10.
That sounds like I'm
Solid.
not going to say a lot because I'm not judging. This is a judgment-free zone.
We would never.
That sounds like a healthy amount. I'm not judging at all, but these are a bunch of whores in
You
France.
psycho.
Yank it.
Well, prison inmate shared her daily life behind bars, and the reaction was shocking. This looks relaxing. An inmate's reveal about life in prison has gone viral, and some TikTokers are seemingly into it. In the video, a user named Jody documented her basic guide to life at Peterborough Prison in England. The day begins at 7:10 a.m. They go for breakfast, which they can enjoy in their cell or at the cafeteria. They get a 30-minute window to exercise with a walk around outside in a small courtyard. At 8, I love Courtyard Marriott. At 8:40 a.m., activities commence with work and education. And 9 a.m. to 11:15 a.m., you get what's called free flow or free time. Then you get lunch at 11:50, a 20-minute lunch break. Then you do a little bit more work. Then it's free time from 1:40 to 5:15, dinner at 5:15, and lights out at 8. It's like my dream day.
it's
Oh my
honestly, it sounds incredible.
I know.
Are we missing out on prison?
Yes.
I think so. What crime should we commit so that we could get put in a prison like that? Okay? Or I think we robbing a bank?
We got to do something that's not going to perpetuate Jewish stereotype.
Okay, so we're not robbing
Nothing
a bank.
financial.
Okay, so we're not robbing a bank, but we also don't want to do anything too gruesome that we end up in the wrong kind of prison.
Right.
Because that sounds like a nice prison. But I've seen these videos. I'm sure you have too, of this El Salvador. Holy smokes, I want nothing to do with these gang prisons. So what crime can we commit, Josh, that won't perpetuate stereotypes, but equally will allow us to be in a white-collar prison?
I'm thinking petty larceny, mail fraud. I'm thinking
Mail fraud's good. Mail
Yeah.
fraud.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to defraud the Postal Service. I'm like Nicolas Cage. I'm going to defraud.
We're going to defraud the Postal Service. We're going to steal all the stamps.
Oh my God. I would watch that, me and you starring in defrauding the Postal Service.
That would be so good. Should we get to a speak pipe?
Yeah.
If you want to ask us questions, ask for advice, go to speakpipe.com/goodguys. Keep it brief. Brevity is key. Keep it short. If you think it's short, try shorter. Here's the first one from Anonymous.
Hey, good guys, loyal listener, huge fan. I have a situation and I'm curious to know your thoughts. I have been married now 8 years to my husband. We've been together 11 and we have 2 children. The question of how many people have you been with or how many people have you slept with has now come up twice over the course of these 11 years. The first time it came up, my husband did give me his number, but he has forgotten that he has given me his number. And it more recently came up. And he forgot, and he is still curious to know what mine is. I have never answered this question. I don't want to ever answer this question. I am embarrassed, and my number is higher than his. This all happened before we met. I don't think it's relevant information. And again, I am embarrassed. Number one, it's embarrassing, the number. And 2, it's higher than his. So I just don't think I should ever share this. What are your thoughts?
Oh.
Olivia?
Okay. Yeah, go, Olivia.
I do have thoughts. I don't think that you should be embarrassed with your partner about that. I think I understand where she's coming from, and it's something that as a society has been, pushed on women for so long, but okay, you have slept with more people than, he did before you two were together, and now you're together. You've been together for quite some time. Like, you can't change the past. And I mean, I don't understand what the point of holding that is if he's asking that question other than to like protect yourself. But I don't think that like if you two really love each other, there should be nothing to be embarrassed about, especially at this point in a relationship. But that's just my 2 cents.
I agree, but I also think that if you two love each other, the guy can back the fuck off. Like, if it's your wife of 11 years and you have 2 kids, you really give a shit what happened 20 years ago? Like, you didn't even know her. Like, it's my motto. If something makes your wife uncomfortable, leave it alone. Like, what are you going to gain by knowing her number? It doesn't matter. Are you going to break up with her? Are you going to make her feel like shit after you've heard the number? Like, what are you using? What is the information helping you do? The answer would be nothing. So I would just back off, personally.
Agreed. I think it's a dumb question. It's only going to elicit aggravation. And when Paige asked me, I said, I don't know. So, which I don't think she liked. But but I said, I don't want to know from you. I don't want to know from me. Let's just not. And that was it.
That's nice, but that's the way that it should be. Who cares? Who cares? And if this girl says that it's a lot, she's embarrassed of the number, who knows how many guys she doesn't remember? So, it could be, cut that out.
But I mean, you guys tell me this too, and this might just be like emotional hooey wooey, but like, you never want to imagine that your person was with anyone else, but they weren't.
Never.
Because the version of that person that you're getting is unique to you. I really do believe that. Like, I think that people have lives before you. Sometimes they have lives after. But the particular time, I'm talking about like not just casual dating. I'm talking about when you're in a real deal, Holyfield marriage, long-term relationship with your partner. This person is specific to you. And like, you are getting a specific version of that person. And if they ever moved on from you, they would adapt to who their next partner is. So like, feel good that like you are getting someone who's only with you.
That's beautiful. And I completely agree. And the time to have the conversation about how many guys or girls you've been with is before you're married. It just is. Like when you first start dating, you can ask dumb questions. You can get jealous. You can hear things. You can react. But once you're married and you have kids, enough. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It just doesn't matter. You're with the right person for you. That's it. Leave it alone.
Next one from Anonymous.
Hi, Josh and Ben. Quick gripe, what are you nuts for you? My husband is an emergency room physician, and a guy came in the other day because he needed his toenails clipped. What are you nuts? Go to the Family Dollar across the street. There's a Walmart down the street, too. Go get yourself a pair of dang clippers. And I just think it's ridiculous, the reasons people go into emergency rooms. Anyway, that's all. Love you. Bye.
I love the way she said dang clippers.
Maybe
Love
it was your
that.
cab driver from the other day, Ben.
Yeah. I have thoughts, Josh. I don't know if you're going to like it. I don't know if she's going to like it. Depends on how old this person is.
So true.
The older you get, some of these toenails can't be clipped. You can't clip them. They're thick as wood. Like you can't do anything except for go to the podiatrist. And if your toenail's really hurting you and there isn't time for the podiatrist, you go into the ER and you ask them to clip it. I can see that example. You have a woman or a man, probably pretty fat, 70s, go in there, thick nail. That could require the emergency room. Now, if we're talking about a healthy 40-year-old going in, should have just gone to get a pedicure, this is a different story. But it sounds to me that this person has what I would call a wood nail. Nice and thick. You can't just go to the dollar store. You need a hedge trimmer for these puppies.
I mean, the person after they were clipped didn't also have to say, "Do you do gels?" This next question's from Mary.
Hello, good guys. Not great guys, but just like good guys. I grew up
Very
in New
nice.
Jersey, but I have lived in the Midwest for like most of my adult life. Like I've been out here for about 10 years. And for the life of me, I still cannot make small talk. Midwest people love a small talk, love a little chit chat. whether you're like in the grocery store line or like the people checking you out or whatever. And I don't want anything to do with that. I could not want anything less than to make small talk. Just like smile and nod my head. And it's all I can muster. So like, do you think I need to be making more effort into being a better small talker if I'm going to continue to live in the Midwest? Or can I like just lean into my roots of my East Coast not giving a fuck about what other people think about me? Just like smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave until the whole thing is over. Anything helps. Thanks.
I think you can lean into being who you are. I would hope that your friends know who you are, but like just small talk with somebody that like is not in your life there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than catching up with somebody random because you're wasting time and you're divulging information that is completely useless. I don't want to hear about you because I'll never see you again. And you don't want to hear about me because you'll never see me again, or there'll be years in between. Like catch-ups for me are reserved for people that I care about catching up with. So maybe that's the East Coaster in me. But no, I don't think that you need to small talk at the grocery store. That sounds like an incredible waste of time.
I deeply disagree.
Okay, good.
I deeply disagree. I would say, let's just assume you don't have any like psychological medical issues which would disqualify you from the need to have small talk. Okay, we're assuming you don't have all those things before you attack me. I'm an actor, I'm a creative, I'm an artist, so I can pull from everything. So it is part of my livelihood to have human experiences constantly. So when I do talk to that person from another walk of life that I would never normally be exposed to, or I do get some random mundane story, I pick up the greatest thing. There's nothing I find. You ever notice somebody will win an Oscar or they'll like really hit, they'll get like a really high prize in acting. And then the following couple of years, their work falls off for some reason. Like it's just not as good. They make weird choices. They're just like, they're missing that spark. And I believe it's because they've left normal life and they are now operating at fancy parties with famous people. So it's not real. So their exposure to real people goes way, way down. But of course, you're having to play real people in a part, in a movie, whatever. So I would say this. I think if you're not interested, it's because you're not interesting. I'm talking to the caller here. Like, I think you can learn so much about people. I think that it can serve you in whatever you're doing, even if it isn't an artistic path. And I would also say, maybe you're making their day and maybe you're the only person they're talking to that day, or it's, the couple people they're going to talk to. Maybe they have a mundane job and like they break it up by sharing a quick joke with whoever comes in to buy stuff at the store. So I would say it can only help you to get better with small talk. And I think once you do it enough, you'll actually gain a lot out of it.
So the last part that you said, beautiful. I love it. I love it. If you're making somebody else's day by talking to them, I love it. The one thing that I disagree with is that I don't typically grocery shop with a lot of time. I'm not going to the grocery store and allotting an extra half hour. Maybe it's just me. I'm going in a rush to gather all of these things. And if somebody were to stop me to small talk, that wouldn't be the time where I would be excited for that conversation. But perhaps there is a time where I do have more downtime and I'm excited to small talk. Maybe that's a personal thing. But when I'm in a rush and somebody tries to small talk with me, I can't do it. I can't.
Totally. And a rush excluded. And by the way, 30 minutes extra, no way. Like I'm talking about a 90-second, if it's going well, maybe 2-3 minutes you chat, but no, I'm not talking about a long 15-minute. No, that's crazy.
Okay. So then I completely agree with you on everything that you said. You can absolutely take a minute to 90 seconds out of your day at any point in time to have a conversation. I was thinking of the not chat and move on. I was thinking the full debrief with somebody that I just don't need to debrief them. But I agree with you.
Totally. I agree with you too. And I think that the convenience nature of our world is allowing for less and less interaction. And you know who loves that? Tech. People who
The devil.
The devil,
Oh,
the
okay.
algorithm. The algorithm is us. I love when people go like, oh, you wouldn't believe my algorithm. I'm like, that's you, dear. Like, the algorithm is learning from you. It's learning that you like these effed up videos. You're sick. You're sick. But like, you know, those are the ones that are getting your attention. The algorithm doesn't learn from nothing. But like,
Yeah.
it's easy to like, and you know, Ben and I, we're bullish on the Starbucks app. We love it. But like,
Bullish.
if I'm not in a rush and I have the time, like I'll order it on the app because I like it to be ready, but I'll have a couple, like a minute with the person behind the counter and chat for a little. And I think people are losing that.
Agreed. And it's terrible. We must not lose human interaction, Josh. We must not.
Yeah. Or like DoorDash and Uber Eats and stuff. It's like, come on. They're like, leave it at the door. Can you fucking say hi to this person? Like,
It's like the whale. It's like the whale.
send me the picture of it at my door and leave. You fucking ghoul. Who are you?
Yeah, it's nuts. It's all nuts.
Should we get to our What Are You Nuts?
Yeah. Speaking of nuts, Josh.
Our What Are You Nuts moment of the week are our gripes with people, places, and things. Our What Are You Nuts moment of the week are our gripes with people, places, and things, both big and small, whatever. Stick it in your craw. I got to check my notes. You go first, Ben.
Okay, this is... It's oddly on the nose, Josh. It's only oddly on the nose for small talk. But I hope that you can agree that this was not the right place for small talk, okay? I'm at Woodbury Commons. I'm online. We're waiting to get into Prada. We have 5 people in front of us, 10 people behind us. And they go on somebody leaves, somebody can go in. Somebody leaves, somebody can go in, okay? These 2 gentlemen walk out of the store. They're out of the store, but they decide to talk small talk with the security guard, okay? They are gabbing away.
Nuts.
I swear on my life they were speaking for at least 3 minutes. At least 3 minutes. Well, the security guard wouldn't let anybody in. He's just talking to these 2 gentlemen. What are you, nuts? Like, this is not... I have you in my head thinking, oh, that was probably the only person that spoke to the security guard that day. Sorry, that's just... You can't. As a security guard, as a person who's responsible for in and out, let the people in and then have the conversation. You can't hold the whole line just because you're craving human interaction. This was a what are you nuts? Like, move it along.
100% totally agree. My What Are You Nuts is latte art.
Yes. In case you aren't watching on YouTube, which is a huge problem, Josh is making latte art with his hands.
Oh, what is it, a leaf? Oh, you made a heart. Gone. It's gone. It's a waste. Stop it. You're wasting our time. You didn't brighten my day with that latte art. You just spent extra seconds so I could have been drinking my coffee. You put the milk in. You give me the cup. Thank you so much. What are you, nuts?
Yeah, how about you do what Starbucks does? At least my Starbucks does this. They write on the lid, have a great day. That's nice.
Really nice.
I love it. I saw it. I felt nice. I tell them, I hope you have a great day. Okay? And I'm drinking my coffee and I have it the whole time. But yes, the second your lips hit the top of that latte, it's gone.
It's ruined.
It's gone. Your art is ruined.
Nuts.
Okay?
It's
It's nuts.
It's edible sandcastles.
It's completely nuts. It's completely nuts. And you know what else is nuts, Josh? You know what else is nuts?
Podcast.
You not giving this episode 5 stars. What are you, nuts? Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube. Share our clips, Instagram and TikTok. Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.